very strong punches, right hand, even through my left. I have, you see my thumb is swollen because I was holding it on my head and he was beating on my.
Dmitry Bivol has actually been resting on a bed of metal spikes because he is so anxious to get vengeance on Beterbiev. Should calm down. This isn't a marketing gimmick or oddball camera training technique.
Of course, God gave me some challenge which I should handle, pass it, work on it.
As he gets ready for the battle of his life, Bible's main goals are to dull the agony and maintain his mental acuity. He is still hurting from losing to BBV in October of last year. Many fans and pundits are still upset about the outcome, and their rematch is only a few days away. In a way never seen before, Bivols are embracing suffering.
Have enough to stop Dmitry Bivol?
I can't say that, but we always try to be ready for 12 rounds for 100%.
You experience discomfort when you stiffen up, but it goes away when you relax. The spikes help relieve my lower back pain, which in turn relaxes the rest of my body for most people, Val stated, sounding more like a Zen monk than a boxer with a damaged ego. For Bivol, peopling on sharp-metal objects is a nightmare. It's simply another day in his never-ending quest for redemption. In this rematch, the mental game is equally as important as the physical, and Bivol is now better. He won't get away with it.
With power, you're saying that you worked on it.
My coach, condition coach, he told me that to be a good boxer, have to be like born with you,
Yeah.
Something you can have in boxing gym.
Yeah.
I think.
Since that contentious victory, BF, who is renowned for his vicious strength and perfect record, has been showing off his dominance. Bivol is aware that he's a man who likes psychological warfare. But rather than succumbing to Beterbiev's mind tricks, his approach appears to be centered on mastering his own mental state first. His snow-covered, rainy camp in Kyrgyzstan is further evidence of his willingness to endure hardship in the name of greatness. Nothing is too severe if it gives him even a small advantage over his adversary. 0 temperatures, freezing winds.
A couple of rounds more.
15 rounds?
Yeah.
Old school?
Yeah.
But you told me you're not a student of boxing, but now you're talking about 15 rounds.
Yeah, but because I'm not a good boxer, I need more rounds.
Because you need more rounds to improve.
For Dmitry Bivol, unorthodox training is nothing new. Known for pushing his limits, he took his preparation to the extreme by training in the freezing conditions of Kyrgyzstan. The harsh cold forced every muscle in his body to work harder, testing his endurance and mental toughness. This environment also mirrors the kind of pressure he expects from Artur Beterbiev in their rematch, and Bivol is determined to be ready for it. Yet, even with his intense focus, Bivol couldn't resist a little adventure outside the ring. Recently, he picked up snowboarding, though it hasn't been without its challenges. I felt like an idiot because I'm supposed to be a professional boxer, he admitted with a grin after wiping out more than once. A single slip on the slopes could have sidelined him, but he brushed it off as part of his mental detox. For Bivol, snowboarding isn't just a hobby, it's a way to clear his head. Finding balance on the board mirrors the control he needs in the ring. As he sharpens his mind and body for the fight ahead, he's embracing every challenge, both on the slopes and under the bright lights of the ring.
To be honest with you, it was a close fight. It could have went. Couldn't have went either way. I feel like Bivol won most of the rounds. He controlled most of the rounds, and his combination punching was better.
Dmitry Bivol's adventurous spirit doesn't stop at extreme cold training. He's also thrown himself into hockey, despite the risks. I bought myself the full kit and started taking lessons, he revealed. Between fights, he's been seen playing football with his team, using every sport imaginable to sharpen his physicality and keep his mind fresh. I have rackets for tennis and paddleball, he added, though he admitted he hasn't even tried paddleball yet. For Bivol, these activities are just puzzle pieces in a larger strategy. Everything he does outside the ring ultimately feeds into the one sport he loves most, boxing. In boxing, if one arm is injured, you box with the other. If you're out of shape, you survive on skill. That mindset is what took him to the top, and it's what fuels his obsession with beating Artur Beterbiev. For Bivol, this rematch isn't just about evening the score. It's about proving that technique, mental resilience, and adaptability can overcome raw power. Still, some critics question whether his hobbies are a distraction or a secret weapon. Could his snowboarding and hockey experiments leave him vulnerable? Or will they help him develop the balance and reflexes needed to avoid another loss? Whatever the case, Bivol is entering this fight on his own terms, fully aware of the stakes. Beterbiev is undefeated, carrying knockout power in both hands. But he's not just a bruiser. He's a calculated finisher who finds weaknesses and exploits them. Bivol has felt that power firsthand, and it's a feeling he's determined to erase. Yet, forgetting isn't enough. This time, he must outbox Beterbiev from the opening bell, using every ounce of his speed, footwork, and mental grit to neutralize the power shots that spelled disaster last time. The first fight between these two still stirs controversy in the boxing world. Some believe Bivol didn't do enough to win on points, while others argue he was robbed by questionable judging. But Bivol isn't making excuses. His focus is on execution. This time, there can be no doubt when the final bell rings. He's out to make a statement, one even his harshest critics won't be able to ignore. Meanwhile, Beterbiev has been anything but humble in the lead-up to the rematch. He's thrown verbal jabs at Bivol, calling him mentally weak and accusing him of crumbling under pressure. It's classic Beterbiev, getting under his opponent's skin before the real fight begins. But Bivol isn't taking the bait. Instead, he's channeling every insult into more focus, more discipline, and yes, more spikes. Bivol knows this fight is about more than just winning. It's about proving that his style, his methodical, technical, and mentally sharp approach can overcome Beterbiev's relentless power. He isn't just stepping into the ring to survive. He's stepping in to dominate, to rewrite the narrative, and to leave no doubt about who the better fighter truly is.
About he has heavy punch and it's very dangerous. No, he's about how strong he is, and he's not only one punch when he's trying to.
Even Bal's detractors acknowledge that he's taking every precaution, whether it's the acupuncture mat, the hockey lessons, or the snowboarding mishaps. While others may view such actions as irresponsible, Bivol views them as vital for him. It's all part of a warrior who is putting everything on the line in his search for atonement. The only way to overcome suffering is to face it head-on in all of its manifestations. On Saturday night, all of the preparation, anguish, and conversation will be put to the test. Bivol is battling for more than just a belt. He is fighting for his pride, legacy, and the opportunity to change the story. If his persistent desire for vengeance is any indication, the Bivolite will soon find himself in a world of problems.
Revenge. I want to be winner. I want to win him. But I mean that I lost, and I don't like it. I want to win.
Artur, Beterbiev's victory in the October light heavyweight undisputed fight was a masterclass in dominance and resilience. The judges' majority decision sparked discussions, but anyone who watched the fight knew it was no robbery. Instead, it was an incredible chess match between two of the sport's finest. Yet, despite Beterbiev's win, it was Dmitry Bivol who left the ring as the fighter who drew the most empathy. Bivol's display of footwork, head movement, and pinpoint accuracy was nothing short of phenomenal. He controlled the pace for much of the fight, forcing Beterbiev to adjust in ways few had thought possible. However, Beterbiev's explosiveness and ability to come on strong late in the fight proved decisive. He hurt Bivol badly in the 11th round, seized the final round with authority, and ensured there was no doubt in the judges' eyes. While there was some controversy over one judge's wide scorecard, Bivol himself stayed composed. He refused to dwell on bitterness or regret, choosing to focus on the future rather than past controversies. Throughout the build-up to the rematch, Bivol has maintained a stoic attitude. When asked about the fairness of the first fight's result, he simply answered yes without hesitation. There's something admirable about that mentality. Bivol understands that lamenting the past won't help him overcome Beterbiev. Rather than wasting energy on excuses, he is solely focused on adapting and executing a new game plan. He's not looking for sympathy or praise, he's looking for victory. Boxing history is full of examples where skilled technicians have faced relentless pressure fighters.
Nothing. Just go home and hug my mom.
Yes. How do you help your mom?
Hug my mom.
Oh, hug. Oh, that's beautiful. So you're gonna go home and hug your mom. You spoke to your mom on FaceTime?
Yes.
What did she say?
She's very happy.
Yeah.
Alexander Usyk's rise to dominance at heavyweight is a perfect example. Usyk used speed and footwork to neutralize much larger fighters like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. While Bivol doesn't face as extreme a size disadvantage, he can take inspiration from that approach. He has the tools to outmaneuver and outthink Beterbiev.
Everyone think of you as a fighter. They think of punching power. Where does that come from?
Gym.
Really?
Yeah, boxing gym, because you every day working on.
Well, they say you're born with power.
But every move must be flawless to avoid the devastating power Beterbiev carries in both hands. Yet underestimating Beterbiev as just a power puncher would be a mistake. His style is far more sophisticated than many give him credit for. Years of amateur experience have honed his methodical, almost scientific approach to closing distance and breaking down opponents. He is
If I go up to 175,
smart, calculated, and relentless. As the rematch approaches, the stakes couldn't be higher. Bivol must find a way to neutralize Beterbiev's pressure while asserting his own strengths. The outcome will determine more than just a winner. It will define their legacies.
Too much about this rematch. I have another thoughts in my head, because why? If we have an offer after this fight, we will think about this offer.